Hello, Ranger Nation. I'm James Fortin coming to you from Greenwood Sports Studio for the newest edition of Ranger Rundown on the Greenwood Sports Network. Today we'll be talking with head baseball coach Michael Whitehead, head softball coach Scott Robinson, and head soccer coaches Jesus Ramirez and Sadie White. They will be joined by student athletes Sawyer Morrow and Farrah Fortner. So go ahead and press pause on the MLB games because you're not really going to miss anything as they're going to play 162 of them. Find your favorite spot on the couch. It's Ranger Rundown time. And leading off this edition of Ranger Rundown is head baseball coach Michael Whitehead and Sawyer Morrow. Gentlemen, thanks for stopping in and chatting with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Absolutely glad to have y'all here. Coach, can you give us a recap on how the season's going this far?
So far, it's been up and down. We've been pretty streaky. We're 12-8-1 right now. We'll win a couple, and then we'll drop a couple heartbreakers, and we're just seems to be one inning away from really putting everything together.
And so, how's district going, and where are you sitting in district right now?
We're 2-3 in district right now. Lost a heartbreaker the other night. We're sitting in third place and fixing to start the second round of district this week, and it's going to be pretty fast and furious 2.5 weeks to get it all done.
Yes, I was looking there at the record and standings in the district, and it looked like there's a mash of folks right there in the middle with y'all.
There is. There's us, Pecos, and Fort Stockton. We've got a game. We're game up on each one of those. We beat both of those are our victories. So we just have to regroup, go back out, and just do what we're supposed to do.
Cool. It's going to be a dogfight every week?
Yes, sir.
Who are some players that have stepped up during your play here in district?
Sawyer's really stepped up for us. He stepped into the four-hole in center field and has done a fabulous job. Our captains, Zach Reibold, Dylan Dominguez, Grayson Register, and Jet Long have really stepped up on the mound for us, and Reagan Birchfield's been a really good surprise addition for us on the mound, coming in relief. So every week it seems to be someone's going to step up for us. Parker Compton's made some great catches in the outfield that have really stopped a lot of things that could have gone wrong for us.
The Maddies will save you sometimes.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, Coach, looking over on the JV side, who you got some guys developing and performing on that JV side coming up through the program?
We've got a great group of freshmen and sophomores coming up. Ryder Crestwell, Branson Cantrell, sophomores really stepping up. They've walked into the program last year. They've bought into the weight room. They're getting bigger and stronger, really producing. We've got, like I said, a great group of freshmen. Joaquin Tavares, Sutton Medlin, Carson Luter, Bryson Smithhart. There's so many of them that are really stepping up, bought into everything that we're teaching, and doing everything that they can to prove that they're the best and they deserve that varsity spot. So future's looking really bright. That's
great, Coach. So on your season so far, you said you kind of had some ups and downs. What's challenging your team the most?
Consistency for the most part. Sometimes we'll play great defense and our hitting's not there. And sometimes we'll just put the ball in, everybody's putting the ball in play. It's not falling for us, or we're hitting the ball right at them. Sometimes we're ripping base hits everywhere and we'll make mistakes in the field. So once we put together a complete game like we did against Fort Stockton, we'll see the 10-1 scores like we're supposed to have.
Right. So what does this team need to do to finish district strong and earn that playoff spot, Coach?
Just keep going. Just keep working. We've had a lot of things go against us in some really tight ball games, and it's baseball, and so now it's time for things to start falling our way.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, man, I appreciate it, Coach. We're going to move over to student athletes. Sawyer Morrow, how are you today, Sawyer?
I'm good.
Good. So what position do you play for Coach Whitehead?
Center field right now.
You're out in center.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. That's cool. You like it out there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was one of my favorite places, too, when I played. It wasn't quite dark ages, but it was a little bit dim out there. So what does the team need to do to finish district strong and earn that playoff spot?
Well, like Coach was saying, we just got to put together a complete game every time and be consistent all the way through defensively and offensively and make it happen. No errors, hit the ball well. We've got it all there. We just got to put it together.
Just got to put it together?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a team goal or personal performance goal that you want to share with us?
Well, I'd love to go 5-0 here in the rest of the last 5 games of district here. And, I think the team does too. That's everybody's goal, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That'll get you there for sure.
Yes, sir.
So what's your role on the team?
I'm kind of just calm and collected, and I take a leadership role also, but every once in a while I'll joke around, but I like to just take it serious and show up and work hard and kind of set the example.
Yeah, I mean, teams need those guys that show up and they lead by example and show you the way. Hey, this is how we do things around here. So, man, that's a great role to have on the team.
Yes, sir.
So, you got a favorite baseball memory?
I would say it had to be junior year playoffs last year. Four rounds of playoffs was a lot of fun, traveling and playing with those guys.
That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. When you get in the playoffs, that's a lot of fun when you can make it work.
Yes, sir.
So have you thought about continuing your career in baseball out after high school?
I really haven't considered it. I take things one day at a time and don't look ahead.
So you hadn't looked that far ahead yet?
No, sir. I haven't even really thought about it.
Just taking it as it comes?
Yes, sir.
Well, cool. Hey, you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's your favorite food?
I'd have to say ribeye steak.
That's a great pick. What's your favorite subject in school?
It's got to be Miss Lowe's math class.
Math class?
Shout out to Miss Lowe, yeah. Love that
Maybe that'll
class.
help you get a little point in there too. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, it's got to be Rocky series.
I haven't heard that one yet. I like that. That's a good pick. So if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I think time travel would be cool.
Time travel.
If that counts.
That counts, man. That would definitely be a superpower. All right, what's your favorite spot batting in the lineup?
I like hitting in the 4-hole where I'm at right now. I like hitting after Zach. Zach's always real consistent, getting on base, and makes me look forward to the at bat. I'm usually going to get the at bat, so that's my spot right now that I enjoy.
Cool. It's an important spot to be sure. All right, if you could play in any MLB stadium, which one would it be?
Oh, it'd have to be Coors Field, the Rocky Stadium, Mile High. I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. I haven't made it to that one. I went to see the Rockies, but they were playing actually in Mile High Stadium years and years ago when they just started the organization. So I hadn't seen Coors Field, though. That'd be cool, other than on TV. All right, would you rather compete in the hot or the cold?
Oh, the hot every time. Baseball's brutal in the cold.
I 100% agree. It is not made for cold. I saw a few of the games starting off for the MLB playing in snow and stuff, and I'm like, just call me out. I'm done. Yeah. That's a miserable time. That's a miserable time. Hey, thank you guys for stopping in and visiting with us today.
Sir.
Appreciate your time. Hey, the Rangers are back in action Tuesday at 7 o'clock for a home game versus Andrews. Come out and support these young men as they continue district play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with head softball coach Scott Robinson and freshman Farrah Fortner joining us here in the Greenwood Sports Studio. We'll be right back. Sitting down in this segment, we have Coach Scott Robinson and Farrah Fortner. How are y'all today?
Good.
Awesome. Coach, give us a recap on the season thus far.
So far, up and down. We started out smoking hot, and now we're ice cold. But coming back at it. Hopefully, we get there at the right time because we're about to run out of time.
Yeah, so coming out of pre-district play, 17-3, and so really rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Had it looking good, and then got into district play, and man, you've just kind of run into a buzzsaw here lately.
Yeah, we missing this and there for a while, and we just had a lot of mix going on that was everybody out of place, and so we're glad to get her back. Not glad that soccer's over, but we're glad to get her back and really kind of get this thing going. And it looked a little better with Monahans. The wind gave us a little hard time out there in outfield, but I could see it shaping back up. We'll be all right.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, having a team, man, you've got so many multi-sport athletes out there in softball, and it, man, I tell you what, for a while there, because of the late start of softball, it's almost impossible to put everything together.
It's tough
with everybody coming and going and having to make so many adjustments.
It does make it tough, but then you hope that you're deep enough that everybody can step up and play different spots and get it done. So kind of hang our hat on that. We've got a lot of girls that can do that, but it definitely shakes you up for a little bit, trying to get your wheels in the right place, But
For sure. Coach, what's challenged the team most this season?
consistency.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Just being consistent. There for in that good hot streak we had, it was everybody in the lineup. You knew one through 9, they're going to be tough to get through.
Right.
And right now we're kind of spotty in there, So once we get that consistency back, we'll be all right. But I think that really is our biggest problem right now, is just making sure everybody's there and checked in, ready to go.
Right. Yeah, because there's so many facets to the game. If you're not hitting on all the cylinders through offense and through the defensive side, and again, you guys are playing quality teams week in and week out every day that you guys show up on the softball field. And this district is tough. There's a lot of good teams in this district, and man, you've got to hit on all cylinders to beat them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And man, if you do it, if we pull out of this in time, it's going to help us. The district is stout top to bottom. It's not like in the old days, where your Pecos was terrible or whatever it is. They're all the way up and down.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So.
Yeah, so with the quick turnaround that you have between games, because you've got a couple coming up this week, how does the team get prepared for the next game when you just have such a short turnaround time from week to week, game to game?
Well, I just think you got to make sure you show up on Monday, have a great practice. I really did feel pretty good about the game on Friday. We didn't get the outcome we wanted at the end, but you could definitely see we kind of turned that corner, kind of got back going in the right direction. Small balls starting to come around. That was not our thing this year, the small ball. I love small ball. But,
right.
Kind of saw a lot of that in the Monahans game. So I feel like we're about to take off with some new stuff. And one day we'll get it going and not think about it too much. Let's just jump back on that field and go.
Absolutely. So what does the team need to do to finish out strong here and earn that playoff spot, Coach?
Well, we talked about before the Monahans game, we really need to go 3-1. Counting that Monahans game, they were in our 1. So
right.
We need to go 3-0 to for sure have a playoff spot. We could probably sneak by going 2-1 the rest of the way if things fall the right way. But it's in our hands if we go 3-0. And so that's kind of what we really need to do. And the first time we played Andrews over there, we really should have beat them. We were missing our leadoff in that one and our shortstop in that one. And that one really did hurt us. But, with her being there, I feel like our chances are going to be really good. So
absolutely,
we just got to get out there and show them what we're made of.
Absolutely, you just got to show up and play the ball game.
That's right. That's exactly it. Just get off the bus and let's go. Well, we won't have to be on the bus this time.
Yeah. Thankfully, they're here this time.
That's right.
So I heard that Andrews game. There was quite a bit of crowd interactions. A pretty raucous crowd, and
yeah, we had some. We've had some craziness all of a sudden, but that's all right. We like that. I think when we were coming back from Fort Stockton, that black cat ran across in front of us. I should have run. Excuse me.
I know the feeling, Coach. But to be sure, you guys have been throughout the district. Y'all have been in every one of these things. You just haven't been able to kind of get that one last run over the plate.
Yeah.
And it's just y'all have battled the whole way, and it's
we really have. We really have. You take out the Pecos game. I just don't even know what was going on there. It was just something was weird. But all the other games are 1-run, 2-run. We're just right there. We just need to just clip it at the right time. We'll be all right. So.
Yeah.
But that's what makes me feel good. If we can really force our way into the playoffs, you need a little adversity. You need to find out what you're made of, and we're for sure finding out what we're made of. And if we can answer to it, it's going to help us. We're going to have a nice run. But
no, I agree. Anytime you can go through an adversity like that, like y'all have seen, man, it just builds you up because y'all are going to survive it and keep going and keep showing up. You really are playing good ball. Kids are playing really good ball, and so, man, I just know that the cards are going to turn in the right direction for us at some point here.
I hope so.
Well, let's move over to our student athlete for the moment. We have freshman Farrah Fortner joining us on the show. Did I pronounce your name right?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. You ready to get started?
Yes.
All right. So, Farrah, what is the team doing to finish district strong and try to get that playoff berth?
I think we're just really focusing and practicing hard, going at it all the time, 100%, trying to get practice like to game like to game like to practice like, and just got to put all work in, don't go 50%, like 100% all the time, get the drills we need, work on what we need, keep perfecting on what we are doing good, but still working on the things we need.
Yeah, absolutely. So can you share a personal performance goal that you have for this season?
I really want to be above 600 batting average, be that person that you can count on, that when you need that hit, I can step up and be there and make sure we can move runners and just be that person to always get that hit.
That's
she's right there. She's 600. She's in the 600 right now. Batting average, she's almost at she's basically leading the team there. She's almost there on the stolen bases. She gives May a couple of chances to get away from her a little bit.
Not fair.
She's trying to track her back down. She's leading the team in hit. She's got she's right there leading the team in hits. She's like a couple of behind May on that. So it's going to be fun watching these two battle that out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Those are the kind of battles you want to see on the team.
Right. That's right.
That's awesome. So, Fair, what do you see your role on the team?
I really want to be that positive person, because I know mistakes get in my head a lot. I get down, but I want to try to turn that around and be that person to positive and just be that person to call time and reset our team, in the field. And after a hard inning when we come in, just be that person to positive talk up the team.
I like that. I love that. Teams need positivity. Again, anytime you're in softball or baseball or anything like that, these games they can grind you out. And so if you don't have somebody positive trying to come in and help you pick you up, man, they can really grind you down and wear you out.
Definitely.
Awesome. What's your favorite softball memory?
When you won the pie eating competition at our nationals tournament.
I want to see video on this. I read something about this.
There are pictures. I don't know. There's probably a video
it was in
somewhere.
front of everybody, like so many teams.
Yes, they stuck me on a stage.
My dad just annihilated. We went crazy. It was crazy. You did so good, and we were like not expecting that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Everybody's cheering for you.
You got to compete. You got to go.
Yeah, man. I came to win.
Yeah.
You drive all the way to Alabama. I'm gonna win a pie eating contest. I'm
that's
gonna win
so
something.
fun.
Dadgummit.
It was the funniest thing.
Well, I'm glad I could be the hill of y'all's jokes for a while.
Yes.
So have you thought about continuing your softball career in college, Farrah?
Yes, a lot. I know I'm only a freshman, but my dream is to really go play at Tennessee. Like, that's just one of my ultimate goals. I think it'd be so fun. I love watching them, and I'd love to be a part of that and just pursue my dream like that.
Awesome. All right, last important question. So how many times this season has your last name been mispronounced?
You don't even know. 18, probably 20. I don't even know. I didn't think my last name was that hard. It's Fortner. I've got
I really
Fagier.
need to take camera down there to watch her face every time I say it.
I just turn
I need
around.
to zoom in.
I look at May and I'm like, I don't understand how you mess up my last name, but it's been so many times.
Maybe it's the handwriting.
I don't know.
line
I don't
of
think so. It's pretty clear. I don't know.
It's fun on my end anyway, because I'm always interested to see how this is going to go.
Yeah, I just
Whatever it was the other
Fagier.
day, I don't even know what that
it was
was.
Fagier the other
Fagier.
day, and then I don't even know. I just can't. Fortner. It's not that hard. I guess so.
I enjoy it. Anyway, it continues on a lineage that's gone way before you, I
Yeah.
promise.
Most likely.
All right, you ready for rapid fire?
Yes.
All right. Farrah, what's your favorite food?
Fajitas.
Fajitas.
Yes.
Your mom will be glad to hear that, and not like chili lime Cheetos or
Oh
something
yeah,
crazy.
I do love hot Cheetos.
What's your favorite subject in school?
I don't have one. I don't like it. English. If I had to choose, I guess English, not school.
All right. What animal are you afraid of?
Scorpions. I hate scorpions.
Good to know.
Makes me want to cry. They scare me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like scorpions either. If you could pick a superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility. Just, like,
Invisibility.
go around everywhere and nobody could see me, and then I could just pop up and be like, hey.
That's about like your delay steals on
Oh.
on Monahan's. You were invisible for a moment and popped up
Tried to
somewhere
catch him
else.
off guard.
Oh, to be sure. What's your favorite spot in the batting lineup?
Definitely one. Love hitting number one.
Like be at the number one.
Yeah. Like having May behind me. Just knowing she can move me, and then us stealing on the bases together is so much fun. Making teams mad.
It's always a hard choice which one to put first and second because it offers you so many different things.
Absolutely. Yeah, between those two, you have a lot of options at your plate, and yeah, Yeah, they the one thing that you can't coach in this world is speed, and man, you do have some speed on the front end up there.
We have that. I love that.
That's awesome.
I just love hearing everybody, oh, there she's Steve. Oh, she's going early. She's going early.
Always yelling at me I'm going early. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you've been taught well.
Yeah.
If they're screaming early, then you're probably on time.
Yeah, probably there.
Oh, that's funny. As if the umpire wasn't watching that to begin with. If you could meet any college or pro athlete, who would it be?
I think the center fielder for Tennessee, Kiki Malloy. She's just an amazing athlete. She's so fast in center, always running around. She has a huge stick. Like, she can hit a home run whenever you need her to, but then she can lay down a bunt and be safe whenever she needs. So she's just amazing, and I'd love to meet her.
No, she's my niece. I'll let you meet her.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I was like, okay.
She's about to get excited.
Yeah, I was
Might
like,
as
be
well.
so for real.
You get us playoffs, and I'll get you a meeting.
Okay. Okay. Deal.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Miami. I love the beach so much. And Miami's just such a party place. Just wanna go party.
That's not one any parent wants to hear. So.
No, just like at a beach. I don't know. I love
Yeah.
Miami. It's
Miami,
so cool.
okay. All right. we'll talk about that one later. Coach, thanks for stopping in. We're talking with us
bet.
today,
You
Farrah.
bet.
Same thing. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
stopping in
having
and talking
me.
with us. Yeah. Hey, be sure to come out and pack the stands Tuesday at 5 o'clock as the Rangerettes take on Andrews at our home field. And we'll be right back talking boys soccer with Coach Jesus Ramirez right here in the Greenwood Sports Studio. We'll be right back. Sitting down for this segment, we have head boys soccer coach Jesus Ramirez here in the studio. Coach Ramirez, thanks for stopping in.
Thank you for having me one more time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Coach, you've closed out the season. Give us a recap on how things went.
They didn't go all the way according to plan, but for sure we made the progress that I wanted to make. We finished with a weight-better record, and the only two losses we had in district were to the district champs. Both of them very tight games. The winnable, we didn't get the job done, but seeing how we played them gave me a lot of hope for when we did come into the playoffs. Other than that, I think our season went really well. A lot of the boys matured, so especially those freshmen that are going to come up. I had 3 starting, 2 after grades, unfortunately, but after that, I think the future's going to look pretty good for the Rangers.
That's great. That's great. So, in your bi-district game, you had El Paso Riverside. Can you give us kind of a rundown on the game? How'd that go?
I think we went in the game a little overly confident. Didn't go the way we anticipated it. The ball moved well. We were where we were supposed to be. It's just that team was very good at shifting. They were good at putting pressure, and most importantly, they were very communicative. That's one of the things that I told my guys since the day one of preseason. Hey, we got to be communicative. We got to move together. We got to know what each other's doing and not guess, so that way we don't put ourselves in bad spots. Other than that, the playoff game pretty well. We lost it 3-0. We held our ground pretty well, and I wish it would have gone different, but sometimes that happens in life.
Yeah. Sometimes just doesn't roll the way you'd like it to. So, what was your message to the team as you closed out the season, Coach?
Well, first thing I told them was thank you for playing for me, and that I enjoyed every memory we made from last year to this year, preseason to just the bus ride up there. I told them I loved them, and that if they ever need anything, to always remember I was here, and that hopefully they learned as much as I learned from them.
Absolutely. Yeah, so many messages like that to the kids. Hey, a lot of times we get hung up on a performance or something like that, and man, they're just so much more than that to athletics and the relationships that you build with these kids.
Yeah, kind of my philosophy in life is, the wins and the losses come. But biggest thing is I'm in the spot I am because I want to make a difference in the boys' lives, not necessarily to win. Like I said, if I win, great. If I can get any championships, great. But the biggest thing is I want to make sure that by the time they leave us, they're going to be successful. They know what they're going to need to do in life. They're going to have that little, the grit that they need to be able to overcome a lot of tasks. And as a coach and as a teacher, if we can't give that to our students or our athletes, I think we failed.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, Coach. So as you look back through the season, who were some top performers on the team for you?
One of my biggest performers, and I never gave him enough credit through the season, so I apologize for this, but Gadiel Cervantes. He was our goalie last year, starting goalie this year as well. The kid's phenomenal. If you ever got to go out and watch him, he would make miraculous saves. I mean, anytime you think that sucker's going in, you just see his fist on the ball, you see the ball going over the goal, and it's like, how did he do that? We had a lot of kids like just stop playing because they're like, what? Like, it was crazy watching him play. You know, and I wanted to get as far as we could and put him in tournaments that we could so he can get seen. So he's going to go to a couple ID camps. But that guy alone made such a difference for us in games that he kept us in. And he helped us have that motivation of, hey, why should we stop now? You know, keep going. We got great defense in the back. Let's just go all out in the front and see what we can do. By far, he was one of my top performers. Second, I'd have to say, was our senior Carlos Sierra. We didn't get to see him last year just because he had just barely transferred from Juarez. But this year we got everything squared off and ready to go. And he had, I believe, 16 goals, 5 assists. And he was just such a dynamic player that if you left him alone, he was going to put some on you. After him, what I would say, senior Hugo Tavares, he has our record right now with 17 assists, 5 goals. So him and Carlos kind of swapped there, but their connection alone on the team was phenomenal. His selflessness of being able to just let the ball go whenever he needed to was amazing. He knew where to find passes. He would always find himself in the back somehow getting ready to defend some balls. And we need people like that. They have a lot of performance. Sorry, I'm a little sick. The last one that I would say was our center back, Andres. We're going to miss that height next year, but also his ability to be able to lead a team. So in the back, he would be able to lead. We had another center back, Christian, but as a freshman, when he came in, he was kind of nervous about the role. I talked to Andres. Andres kind of walked him in and helped him grow into the part. Mm-hmm. And so because of the leader that he was, I feel like we're going to be in a good spot in the back just because he was able to manage and he was able to direct on how to do things. Overall, the boys that we had this year, they did pretty well. And performing-wise, they did so much better than they did last year. And I think a lot has to do with because they finally believed in themselves and they wanted something a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So closing out your first season, full season as a head coach out here, what excites you looking forward into next season? What excites you about the season next year as you look forward to that?
One of the biggest things is our numbers. You know, being I know we're 3 years into it, but being such a new program, you want to make sure that you have stability within it. I think what me and Coach White are doing is, you know, as far as a job, we're doing a great job. Everybody wants to come play for us now. We got junior high kids lined up, ready to go and play. We start junior high soccer. Tomorrow's our first game. But I think with how we're doing things, these kids are so interested in playing, and we're bringing up a name soccer. Before, you wouldn't hear that in Greenwood.
Right.
And I feel with the kids that we're getting freshmen up, 8th graders up, I think we both have great futures in our program. And just the excitement to see these kids of being able to represent their school in a different way other than football, track, basketball, baseball. You know, those are all successful programs. Hopefully we get to bring that into the school as well.
No, absolutely. And I think you're on the right track. And anytime you're playing for extra games at the end of the season in the playoffs, man, that's going to help build the program. So that's exciting.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. No, thank you for stopping in, Coach. Really appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for having me all season. I enjoyed being out here.
Absolutely. Congratulations on a great season. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the pitch next year. And up next on Ranger Rundown, we'll be sitting down with girls head soccer coach Sadie White. We'll be right back. And wrapping up this edition of Ranger Rundown, we have head soccer coach Sadie White joining us. Coach, thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So, Coach, you closed out the season. Tell us how the season went overall.
Yeah, it was outstanding. It was a very, very fun season. These girls were extremely fun to watch. They created history for the Rangerette soccer program, so I'm extremely proud.
Yeah, that was a fantastic season. I got to be a part of it, calling some of the games up in the booth with Todd Jones a little bit, and obviously getting to watch most all the games, and absolutely fun season, exciting season. A lot of great soccer out there, and y'all performed well, to be sure. So as you look into the playoffs, breaking into the playoffs, you faced El Paso Riverside in by district, and you had West Plains and area. Talk a little bit about those games and how those games came to be for you guys.
Yeah, so the first game, Riverside, it kind of just felt like another district game. Even the girls even thought that. So that was fun just to have another game. And then the area game was by far my favorite game of the entire season. Those girls went out with so much heart and never gave up. They gave so much fight. And then to just like get a little bit of a taste in that playoff run, to do overtime and then penalty kicks, and then actually win the penalty kicks because Farrah was a beast in goal. So like that was just so much fun to watch and experience with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So you went down early in that game 1-0, and one of the rare times, a few times that I can even think of that the girls had to play from behind, and kept in it, and then had a direct kick that went into the net to knot it up at halftime. And then same thing, similarly in the second half, they put another goal up. You got to come back again,
Right.
and managed to make that. I think Brooke Clifton hit the shot just outside the box for that one.
Yeah.
And so, into the PKs, and just to see not even PKs, you had to go through another 10 minutes. Because
2 10 minutes.
2 10-minute
Yeah.
halves, in extra time. So me and Todd were up there discussing all that and trying to figure out what in the heck is going on. We were actually looking up rules on our phones so we could tell, so you can't even describe to people what was going on. So we finally figured out, oh, no, they're having to play 2 10 halves, and then we'll go to PKs. And, man, that was just an exciting soccer game to see the girls compete. And, never gave up. Even when they got behind, didn't give up, kept clawing back in, and got out of area.
Yeah.
Came out area champs. So, man, it's a
Yeah.
fantastic game.
Yes, very emotional, but it was very, very fun to watch.
Absolutely. So your season ended up in the quarterfinals, in the regional quarterfinals against San Elizario. What went right in that game? What went wrong in that game out there?
Yeah, the girls will tell you, they just didn't play their best. I don't know exactly what went wrong, but we weren't playing our absolute best. We had some decent shots, and we played with them. It wasn't like they were on our half the entire time, but the ball just couldn't go in the back of the net when we had those awesome shots. Like Emily Jones hit the crossbar probably 3 times, and Brooke Clifton had a breakaway and hit it right into the goalie's chest, and so it just didn't go our way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You guys were in that game the whole way, like you said, and man, they never quit, even when they were down on it, and they kept trying all the way out to the end of the game, and it was kind of a downer, even just not getting to continue on, because it felt like we were really in that ball game. Had a chance to go on into the next one, to be sure. But it was fun. It was fun ride out there, even though it was a long ride out there.
It was a long ride. Yeah, I don't have very good luck, so maybe someone else needs to do the coin flip next time.
Man, I tell you, I've been involved in coin flips a lot,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm probably about 75% loss rate on most of the ones that I ever tried to get involved in. I never had this luck either. So, but maybe next year we get the coin flip, get it right back out here, because I think I know Todd was ready for a rematch about 5 minutes after that ball game. He wanted to go again.
Yes, so were the girls. The girls were too. They were like, we want to play them again.
Yeah, and they're a quality team.
Absolutely.
There's no shame in that. There was a quality team out there playing in that regional quarterfinals.
Yes, that coach gave me a really good compliment, because we played them first round last year, and they beat us 3-0 last year. And he said that this team from last year to this year is night and day. He asked if Emily Jones was a junior, and I said, no, she's a freshman. And he goes, I hope we don't have to play you next year. So that was a good little compliment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Coach, what challenged the team most during the playoff run?
I think just like we wanted to play each game like it was just another game. So, and then obviously that 4-hour drive might have challenged us a little bit. But like I said, I can't really do much about the coin flip. So like I told the girls, we do our controllables, so those things we couldn't control, so we needed to just take control of what we could, like playing, and then it just didn't go our way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sometimes that's just the way the ball rolls.
Yep.
What was your message to the team after that impressive season as you closed it out there?
Yeah, I just told them how extremely proud of them I am, and how they created something that's going to be a legacy for all the upcoming Rangerettes. And we're starting middle school soccer tomorrow, and so just those girls were able to watch this legacy be built. So
Absolutely, and they get to be a part of it as well.
yeah,
So, Coach, does this season raise the standard for Rangerette soccer?
absolutely. Yeah, yes. From now on, it is gold balls. Yep, because they have proven it.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And you've got a young team. Still
Yes.
got a lot of young in the mix. You graduate 4 this year. Is that
For
correct?
this year, yes.
Going to have 4 pieces out, but I think you've got some rolling in that's going to step into some of those places. And
Yes.
so, what's exciting you about the team for looking as you look forward to next year? What's the most exciting thing for you?
Just that, like, they've already got a taste of going 3 rounds deep into playoffs, and so we do have a young team, and they're already excited for next year. So that excites me, that they're already thinking about next year and how they want to go further, and how this wasn't enough for them. So that's exciting that they have that drive.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's tough to top a 22 and 2
22 and 2
2 season, man. That's super tough to do, but
Yes.
Look forward to the challenge. To
Yeah,
be sure.
exactly.
Look forward to the challenge. Well, Coach, thank you for joining us this afternoon, talking about the soccer season. Man, it was fun, and it was truly a impressive season to watch those girls work and work the ball around and. Man, put a lot of hardware on the shelf this year for the
Yes.
Rangerettes, so that was exciting.
Yep.
Well, Coach, we look forward to with great anticipation for next season and Rangerette soccer, and we'll be right back. That's a wrap for this edition of Ranger Rundown. Be on the lookout in the next edition of Ranger Rundown, or subscribe to the Greenwood Sports Network on YouTube to receive notifications for new content. For Coach Thomas and myself, we thank you for tuning in and for all your support, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Greenwood Sports Network.